Step 1, go to the ENJP language exchange world. Step 2, once you load in, go to the board and select how good you are at English and Japanese. Step 3, that's it. Now you're free to roam around the world, and if you find someone that you think is cool, you can talk to them. My favorite place to go is the rooms because, like, they're limited to only 8 people, and it's just quieter, so you can have, like, a better conversation. So now that you know how to use this world, let me tell you 3 reasons why I love this server, and why if you're not using it, you're missing out. Reason number 1, there are a lot of native Japanese speakers here, and they all want to teach you for free. And the catch is, there actually is literally no catch. So a lot of Japanese people, they come to the server because they want to speak English. However, for Japanese people, like, messing up English in front of a foreigner is like one of the worst things in the world. Because they think that if they're butchering our language, like, we're gonna get really offended. And Japanese people would rather, like, die than, like, offend another person. Like, it's really fucked up, but it's true. And it's funny because, especially if you're American, we already butcher our own language, right? Like, half of Americans can't even speak English. So we really don't give as much of a fuck as they think that we give a fuck about. Anyway, effectively, you have a bunch of Japanese people here who will not speak English. They will just sit here and spend their whole day teaching you Japanese, and you can use them to your advantage. But remember, once they become more friendly with you, they're going to start asking you questions. So you should answer their questions back and help them out. And it's usually going to be easy questions too. So don't be a fucking leech. We all need to help each other in the server because we're all trying to learn a new language. And reason number 2 why this server is based is because there's a lot of Japanese learners just like you, and they all really, really want to practice with you. And this is important because, like I said, I've been all over the fucking internet. I've on every site that's like, oh, meet a new language exchange partner. Just sign up and give us your email now. Like, every site like that, I've signed up. Every Japanese learning Discord server, I've been in. People, they don't fucking reply to you. They don't want to fucking practice with you. Like, most people who join Japanese learning Discords, they join it and then they sort the Discord into the bottom of their list, and then they right click and they put disable all notifications, and then that's it. They're in the server, but they're leaving the server forever. They will never look at that server ever fucking again. But there's something about VRChat. I think it's because it's more personal, there's voice, and there's avatars and faces. Like, everyone here is, like, super into it and super motivated. There's, like, rarely people who come here just, like, fuck around. Like, everyone wants to practice Japanese with you. I know there's some of you out there who, like, you don't want to speak with another learner because you're afraid that they might tell you the wrong thing and then, like, you're just fucked up forever. But let me tell you, as someone who has this piece of paper, this is the JLPT N1 certificate of passing, and this is the highest level test on earth, and I have it. And by my experience, there is no such thing as learning something wrong and then it fucks up your brain forever. That is not a thing. Life is not like a video game where you put your skill points in something and then you can never reset your skill points ever again. Your skill points are spent and done forever. That's not how life is. So even if you learn the wrong thing right now, later we can fix it. It's not the end of the world. Most important thing is you start practicing. If you start practicing now, later on you're gonna be perfect. Another thing about learning with other learners is that it's, like, super low pressure. I bet there's some of you guys who are kind of hesitant to speak Japanese with a real Japanese person because you're afraid that you're gonna butcher the Japanese language and you're gonna, like, offend them, or you're gonna make them laugh, or, you know, something bad will happen if you butcher the language. And the way to avoid that is to practice with another learner, because you guys both know that you suck dick. So it's, like, super, like, low pressure situation. So that's another, like, really tangible benefit of learning with another learner. Like, I highly recommend it. And reason number 3, this is a good one. So this server is truly, truly global. Like, I didn't really come in here expecting it. I thought it might have just been, like, only NA, EU, and Japan, but no. There's, like, Latin America. I've met girls from Israel and Sri Lanka. Like, holy shit, Sri Lanka. Like, where is that even? And of course, there's a lot of people from China, Korea, Thailand, Indonesia, all around Asia. Like, the server is truly, truly global and diverse, and that's a good thing. Hey, because you guys know, I love learning Japanese and I love teaching Japanese. So to have, like, every country here, like, coming here to learn Japanese, it's like a utopia for me. This server is literally a dream come true. It's so good. And people have, like, a lot of diverse jobs too. Like, I met a Korean guy. He was stationed on the border between South Korea and North Korea, and he knew, like, all, like, the insider shit about, like, North Korea and, like, smuggling illegal products and shit. Like, we just had a conversation about that in Japanese, and it was so interesting. Like, you will never have that on Discord or Hello Talk or, like, wherever the fuck you're trying to practice. You'll never have that. Anyway, like, VR attracts, like, a certain type of people. Like, VR is still new, right? People don't really go into VR right now. So it attracts the most, like, curious and the most interesting and the most adventurous people, right? Like, a lot of you Discord users, like you're fucking worthless. I don't like you. But my fellow VRChat players, I won't say something like we're superior, because that sounds like some borderline racist shit. I'm not gonna say we're superior, but we got a good thing going on. Us VRChat players, we got a good thing going on. So this server is a 10 out of 10, but There are actually some kind of scary things that you need to know. And I didn't initially want to say these flaws because like I want people to join, but I feel like I have to mention these flaws just to like be truthful, you know? Okay, number one, I have seen one time grown men like trying to groom like an underage boy in the server. Yeah, it was gross. But that doesn't mean the server's bad. Like this sort of like grooming and like pedophilia stuff, it happens all over VRChat, and it's even more common on Discord. It's so fucking common on Discord. So the point here is that all of your discussions in this server and VRChat in general are not moderated. There's no moderation, no one's watching, no one's listening. And that's good. But if you're not mature or if you're sensitive to certain topics, then I'm just going to tell you that if someone is bothering you or harassing you or says something that makes you like upset or uncomfortable, it's very easy to block people. Just block and mute, block and mute. Don't even acknowledge them. Like even me, I say I love the server, but I have blocked and muted people in the server. It happens about once a month. Someone will like be harassing, and I just block and mute. And I think that's a pretty good ratio, right? Like once a month, I meet hundreds of people, and only one piece of shit gets blocked. I think that's a pretty good ratio. The server's pretty good. But yeah, if someone's trying to child groom you, then just block them because that's no good. And number two bad thing. So this is gonna sound like kind of low key racist, but like sometimes there's groups of Chinese or Korean people. They come here in a group of like 5 dudes, and then they just stay in their circle and they speak their own language very loudly to each other. And I mentioned their race because that's just what my eyes see and that's just what my ears hear. Like I'm not trying to make shit up about a country. I'm just trying to tell you what I actually experienced with my senses. And look, I'm not against people socializing. I get it that people like to socialize, but each instance of the world can only hold 30 players. So if you're here with like 5, 6 people, like you're blocking other people who actually want to learn, and you're a fucking asshole, and I fucking hate you, and I have no idea why these people do it. So my theory is that these Chinese or Korean people, like they hate Japan, so they want to come here and invade the server and be like, they want to be like tough and cool invaders and like ruin the server or something. But like, I don't know. That seems like some like loser shit to do. Like, come on. Like, no one in the server is hurting anyone. People here are just trying to like practice language together and like improve with each other. Like, you're really gonna come here and just fucking like like take up people's spots for some reason? Like, come on. Stop being a fucking loser. But anyway, it doesn't happen very often. I just want to show you that like, yes, this is an unmoderated platform, and harassment and stuff can happen. So keep your wits about. So yeah, nothing in life is perfect, but this server is pretty damn close. I've been in the online Japanese learning game for a very, very long time, and nothing even comes close to this server. This server is like, wow. Like if I had this when I was first like learning, I would have been fluent in speaking like so fucking quickly. It's a really amazing thing. Especially like how easy it is to like drop in and drop out of the server, or you can drop in and drop out of conversations. Like you just moved like your fucking control stick like away from people when you don't want to talk anymore. Like, oh my god, it's so fucking efficient for learning. I wish I had this when I was starting, but luckily you have this when you're starting. Ooh. So if you're still on the fence, like I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to try and join the server and try speaking. There's native speakers to help you, and there's fellow learners who are there to motivate you. If you don't use this server as a learning resource, you are missing out. And here's the most important thing about all of this. You need to like, subscribe, and comment, and if you want personal Japanese help from me, you need to join my Discord in the description below.